It's all about optimization, process speed, comfort, safety. So why don't you follow me and see why Eicher Truck changed to bonded windows. Welcome to another episode of Better Made with Adhesives. I'm here in India together with my colleague Sanjit.
Hello.
And with Fez.
Hi.
And today we are going to explore how Eicher Truck moved from gasket-glazed windows to bonded windows. So why don't you follow us? Mr. Tomar is the head of engineering at VECV, and we are very pleased that we have the opportunity today to do this interview with you. And we also want to learn a little bit more about the company.
VE Commercial Vehicle is a joint venture between Volvo Group and Eicher Motors. It was formed in 2008. And this is the company which has a multi-brand, multi-products. And we have almost 9 location facilities into the cross country. And we serve 34 export destination from our vehicles. This is the company which drives technology and innovative service. Technology and innovation is the key mantra for our product upgradation, services upgradation. Our vision is to be known as an industrial leader in driving modernization in India and developing country.
And you are apparently a truly global company, with exporting in so many countries, having a very broad footprint here in India.
We have a presence across India, and it's a very fast and continuous growing company. And we cover almost all the commercial vehicle range, right from 3.5 ton to the 55 ton.
Now, today actually we are here to learn more about the conversion from gasket glazing towards bonding, as we introduced already earlier when we arrived here. Now, Mr. Tomar, what was the motivation for you and your team to do actually this project, switching from gaskets towards bonding?
See, basically we have been using gasket since the beginning, but now with the kind of technology we see across car segment, so the motivation came from there to why not to improve further whatever gasket issues we were facing into the windshield pasting. The main objective was to improve the structural stability. Second, it was to improve the reliability, and passenger safety was the most important aspect. In case of any mishappening, the windshield gets broken. I think passenger safety was the most important aspect.
That's good news also, I think, for all the operating companies. Now, apparently, you touched on it already a little bit on it. There were some issues with the gaskets, and would you say that the safety aspect was the most important point to touch, or were there also other things which had to be considered when you decided to go for this project?
The leakages issues. And then the structural reliability, because with the gasket there was always some clearance between the cabin frame and the windshield glass, so that we want to arrest. And the third aspect was the leakages. We were having some minor leakages into the while sour testing. We do 100% sour testing on all the vehicles, so that was the key issues which we wanted to eliminate.
And actually, this is a very common problem. This has nothing to do with VECV, Eicher Truck. This is all windows we see in the market. They have here and there issues with leakage. When you went through this project, I guess there were some challenges. Can you tell us a little bit what the challenges were while you go through this implementation?
Yeah, challenges. One is, of course, we have the mass production lines. And implementing anything into the mass production line is always challenging. And the key challenges were to establish the process reliability, the first thing, because we wanted to be absolutely sure before we really introduce anything on the line. So process reliability and validation, that were the two important aspects before we really go for the mass implementation. Second aspect was our cycle time, because as you know, I think we are a very fast growing organization, and year after year our business volumes are growing. So ensuring the right cycle time was the key aspect, and every vehicle we have to produce in within 5 minutes. So that was the second key challenge to introduce any new process which will meet our cycle time. Third aspect was the kind of concept pasting, because it is not visible once you paste it. We don't know how reliable it will be.
Yeah.
We took a lot of trials, we took a lot of series of trials with all our stakeholders before really we established the complete process.
Yeah. So you really did your due diligence. Huh?
Yes.
Yeah. And as we have heard, speed is really an important topic, and that's what we see later on. The system which has been implemented here is actually exactly tackling one of these aspects. Would you say you have achieved the goals you set yourself at the beginning of the project?
Yes, I think whatever was the prime objective, we have achieved that, and we are very happy to share whatever I think the key aspects we had considered.
So you tackled the leakage issue, you tackled the process speed and the safety.
Yes.
You can say so. Okay.
Yes.
Now, did you also receive some feedback from your customer base about this switch from gaskets towards adhesives?
Yeah, mainly our aftermarket team, normally they are looking some improvement into this entire thing, because once we pasted the glass, for any kind of repair is that process is very cumbersome, and their feedback is to why can't we improve, and the complete kit. And second is the skill. We need earlier there was not much of the skill required for any glass replacement, but I think this is the process which need very skilled people to do it properly. And third thing is we need to be very sure once whether they are using the right sealant, right hardeners, so that I think once they do the repair, I think the process is absolutely reliable. So that was the key aspect in the repair part.
And I think this is a challenge Sika has to take up for the repair market, for the aftermarket, that we also support our customers and the repair companies in teaching them how they have to do it, so ensure a safe vehicle, and that we basically put it back in the state of the OEM. I think now we are going to see together the plant, and we take it some more details from there.
Here you are seeing that the application area of our adhesive for glass bonding. So to achieve this area, we have supported VECB from different angles. So Sika has actually all total support to achieve the target of quality as well as good productivity. And then now I am asking Mr. Ajay Damdare, who is the application in charge of this area. He will explain about the total process what they are doing here.
We are doing cleaning by using Sika Cleaner P. For this we are using a melamine foam, and drying time for cleaning is 10 minutes. After 10 minutes we are applying primer by using melamine foam, and drying time for primer is 10 minutes. Within 5 minutes we are pasting this windshield to cabin.
Okay.
This process we are following.
Okay. And then you de-welt it at what time?
After 45 minutes we are opening the belt.
Okay, that's great. So that achieves your actually target time. Earlier it was like 8 hours and 10 hours. So you see here the robots which is not running because of the maintenance. So here we are doing, they are doing a manual power cure gun, and that is the benefit of Sika's this entire systems, that in case of any maintenance you do not have to stop the production. We have the same system in a manual application. Thank you.
Okay,
thank you, Ajay.
What a great project. What is your takeaway, Faye?
As we heard from the VCV team today, that Sika helped them with the power cure solutions to reach their targets and achieve new goals. And we expect that we use this to create a new synergy across and replicate new successes across India and elsewhere also.
Thank you very much, Mr. Tomar. And I would also like to thank Mr. Tomar and his whole team for the possibility actually to be here to do that, because this is not just normal, so we appreciate that. So once again, we appreciate your support, and thank you very much, Mr. Tomar.
Thank you, it's our pleasure. Thank you.
So now this is a significant project, as we have seen, and this requires also a lot of people. And we have here now the operations team but Mr. Tomar would like to introduce the team to our viewers. So please, Mr. Tomar.
Yeah. He is Mr. Jitendra Khare. He is responsible for robotic station design and the fixture. Fixture is very important part into this entire process. So he has done the robotic station and fixturing part. He is Ajay Damdare. He is a person who has established the complete process. He is a manufacturing engineering person, and he has been instrumental into the setting of all the process part. He is Ashwin Kumar. He is a quality person who ensured whatever process we established, it is reliable, and all the validation he has done by conducting the extensive trials and validation. He is Rajesh. He is our customer, internal customer. He is the operation guy, production guy who has to run the line. So he played very important role into the entire learning and acquiring skills to operate this kind of critical process and robotic station. So he is a person from production. He is a Gaurav. He is our maintenance guy. He is the person who is responsible to ensure the uptime of the entire station, robotic. I think he is the person who looks after the entire maintenance aspect. And he is Mr. Manoj Naik. He looks after the quality. He has been part of conducting all the trials, lot of sour testing, leakage testing. So he is the person who has done all these things. Thank you.
Thank you for watching, and we hope to see you again for the next episode.